This might be the most viral screw on the internet, and today we're going to show you why. Support for this episode is provided by Quickscrews. For over 40 years, pros have trusted Quickscrews to have the right fastener for the job. With one of the largest catalogs in the industry, there's a Quickscrew made for whatever you're making. The right screw always matters. Check them out at quickscrews.com. This is the funnel head screw from Quickscrews, and you may have seen the video we made about it about a year ago. But today we're going to take an even deeper dive. We're going to show you what all the features are on this screw, how they affect the performance, and why Quickscrews designed this screw the way they did. So the first feature we can talk about here is this tip. So definitely looks a little bit different than most screws that you see. It has this more steep spiral, and it has a Type 17. So they call this their spiral Type 17 tip. And what this does, the Type 17 tip works as like basically a drill. So it has this face here that as it's coming into the material, it's like drilling its own hole, so you don't have to drill a pilot hole. And this spiral is going to break up the dust. So as it's drilling, it's creating dust. This is going to break it up and help it start to travel up the threads. We drove in this screw. You could see our sawdust here that was created from that self-drilling action of the Type 17, spiral Type 17 tip. And now we've come to the next portion, which is this spiral neck. So what this does is it takes the dust that's within that hole and it's going to break it up. So you could have this plug essentially of dust that started to travel up the threads of the screw. And once it meets this spiral head, it's a reverse thread. So the screw is spinning this way and it's going to break all that up so that we don't get a split here. So if you have this big plug of dust and the screw drives in, you could actually split the wood. So it's going to prevent splitting near the edge, and that's going to help suck your pieces together as well because you're not encountering that interference. So let's drive this in. And you can see it cuts a nice countersink. It's not even really a countersink. So we have these nibs here, and that's helping the head sit flush. It's not a typical conical countersink. This flat shoulder actually is what's helping pull these two pieces together. So they say this can pull together an 1/8 inch of a gap, and we actually did that on our last video. So we took a piece and we created a gap with a couple shims, and we sucked it together, and that's what makes these so great. You know, we use these to build all of our cabinets and we don't have to worry about pounding everything flush. The screw comes in and it pulls everything in just like a clamp. So let's recreate that setup where we're gonna close up that 1/8 inch gap. So we'll take this out, we're gonna add some. And look, you could see some of that compacted dust here. It actually, it almost becomes a solid. It actually did become a solid. So as it gets heated up and compressed, you see all that fine dust, it actually gets really hard, and that's some that didn't make it up, but that's what this spiral neck is for. It's for breaking all that up so that we don't get a split. So we're going to take this apart and add some shims. We'll create that 1/8 inch gap, and we'll close it up with the screw. Have our mock-up all built here, so we just took some 1/8 inch shims, put them on the side. I just tacked this with a brad nail. This is only 12 inches, so there's going to be a lot of force needed to close this up. So we have a little mark here in the center, and we'll see if we can close this all the way up. So no pre-drilling. You see our dust coming out there. Is that fully closed? We've got a little bit of daylight. Let's see if we can close it. I'd say that's pretty well seated. So this is an insane situation. Imagine you're building like a 12 inch upper and you have an 1/8 inch gap and it's actually obstructed. You would technically be able to close that up. That's pretty crazy. You can really see it on the inside there. So this isn't some cheap plywood. This is some good poplar core. And we definitely had to overdrive that screw, but if this was a regular conical head screw, so we'll show you like the equivalent screw. This is just Quickscrews 2-inch assembly screw. So this would drive But because of the geometry, it's not going to be able to pull down. So the geometry of this head is what makes this possible. This has all this surface area that's actually going to push this piece down into the next, whereas this, it's just going to drive through. This is a wedge. It's basically just going to, you know, push, 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 whereas this has more force. So probably see how easily this drives through. Still a little bit open there. That's not what we're demonstrating, just the fact that it's just going to drive through without really putting a whole lot of clamping force between those pieces. The funnel head screw is also great for melamine. Sort of shares some of the features of a Comparative screw. You can see all that dust it's creating with the spiral type 17 tip. And you saw how it sucked that together. So a big issue that you have a lot of times are your parts push apart, and then when the head makes contact, they don't suck back together. But that's where this screw really shines. It really sucks them back together. We have some hardwood here, nice piece of white oak. Oop. So lose a finger. So you know how hard it is to get a clean countersink in white oak without actually drilling a countersink? I mean, that's great. No having to worry about getting the perfect depth on your countersink. You know, you just countersink it with the head, and that's it. Really, really difficult on a stringy, fibrous wood like white oak. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. I really love this funnel head screw. This is what we use to assemble all of our cabinets, like I said. They do come in a lot of different sizes, all the way up to, I believe, 4 inches. So you can do some really heavy duty stuff with these. If you're gonna be at IWF in Atlanta, Quickscrews will be there, and John and I will be there as well. So stop by the Quickscrews booth, say hi to those guys. Maybe we'll see you there. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let us know what you think, and we'll talk to you next week.